Every Bee was one of those songs that also went through quite a lot in the beginning. I remember we were struggling to figure out the time signature of the song, um, the pacing of the song, the tempo, what instrumentals do we want to use, how do we want the song to sound. And I remember we tried a 3/4 time signature, we tried a 2/4 time signature, we tried I think 4 different BPMs from 90 all the way until 134. We tried making the song a piano song, we tried ukulele, and eventually we ended up with this masterpiece that we created, and I think it definitely turned out to be an amazing song. All I remember is when I was listening to the demo, I kept imagining a Disney campfire, a very fun and playful type of song. As you guys saw in Katie's part of the video, there was a lot of piano parts, and there wasn't drums and bass and strings, so I did add quite a lot on top of what Katie recorded, and I did do a lot of editing and basically just molding and shaping the song into what it is now. So once we kind of established the direction of the song with keeping the guitar as the main instrument, I then decided, okay, let's rather just use the piano as a supporting element instead of it being so constant throughout the whole song. So you'll see I removed the piano in the beginning to really just have the beginning be very like intimate and empty, and then having the piano to be used as a transitional element as well as to highlight certain moments in the song. As you can see, there's certain sections where I wanted the piano to really lift up those sections, and we actually did end up keeping in the ukulele. So my idea then was, let's have the guitar come down the middle and then have the ukulele panned left and right. And then yeah, I added some awesome drums, really driving the song forward, adding some momentum and rhythm. I created this really cool bass line that also emphasizes the chords, also the rhythm of the chords, and it also emphasizes the rhythm of the drums. And then I added these really cool strings and organ layers to build the song at the end before it comes to that moment where everything just dips out. And then I also just played around with some very cool acoustic guitar effects, and I also added some extra acoustic guitar onto the song. And yeah, let's have a listen to that. I think let's start off by just playing what I mean by how I'm using the piano to support the acoustic guitar, and then you'll also hear the ukulele being panned left and right, and how wide and open it then sounds.
Every bee and every tree and every sea and sandy shore is yours. Every child and every smile and every mile of deep blue sky is yours. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Each thing was made through you. Nothing can exist without you. You gave life to the world. You spoke and it was made. Words became color, sounds, and shapes. You love each part of your world. Every girl and every pearl and Every pretty thing on earth is yours. Every boy and every joy and every horse and wild cowboy is yours. Every hill and every quill and every tumbling Jack and Jill is yours. Every flower and every power and every hour of life on earth is yours.
Yeah, so as you can hear, I'm basically using the piano to take you on this journey between the different sections of the song, and also the journey of the story that the song is telling in terms of the lyrics. So I'm kind of bringing the piano in and out to really highlight and also guide that story of the song. And as you can hear, this is then the base of the song that I received, the foundation of the song that I received. And as you can hear, it doesn't really have support. The song, it feels like it needs a bit more depth, and it feels like it needs more body and something to really support the momentum of the song. So that's then where I added in the bass and the drums. The drums are just there to support certain parts of the song, create transitions, create rhythms in different sections, and really just driving the song forward. So I'm going to play you guys the song now with the drums and the bass added, so that you can kind of get the idea of how the drums and the bass really support and bring the song to life.
Every bee and every tree and every sea and sandy shore is yours. Every child and every smile and every mile of deep blue sky is yours. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Each thing was made through you. Nothing can exist without you. You gave life to the world. You spoke and it was made. Words became color, sounds, and shapes. You love each part of your world. Every girl and every pearl and every pretty thing on earth is yours. Every boy and every joy and every horse and wild cowboy is yours. Every hill and every quill and every tumbling Jack and Jill is yours. Every flower and every power and every hour of life on earth is yours. Each thing was made through you. Nothing can exist without.
So as you can hear, the drums and the bass are really creating a drive and a sense of that the song it's going somewhere, it's reaching a point. And I think one of the more interesting things that I did with the song is adding these like eighth notes on the bass line. I think it really just added such a cool, like funky drive to the song, especially adding like variation at the end of each section. I think that was probably like one of my most favorite parts about the song, is these little eighth notes that I added here on the bass and like in this section. Just creates so much momentum, which I thought was pretty cool. The other interesting part that I added was when we reached this section of the song of here.
Each thing was made through you. Nothing can exist without.
The structure of the song was starting to get a bit repetitive, and I wanted to add a bit more of a melody and something different to this part of the song. So I added this acoustic guitar. So then I just played that in with this free VST. And then the other cool part, well, while I was doing that, I was playing around on my MIDI keyboard and I hit a note with that same VST that gave me this. It was almost like these little percussive hits on the acoustic guitar. And I thought, wow, that sounds really interesting. So I added it as a layer, as a percussive layer, to emphasize the drums. So this is what it sounds like with the drums. So this is what that section will then sound like with all of the extra bits.
Just without you, you gave life to the world. You spoke and it was made. Words became color, sounds and shape.
So as you can hear, it is very subtle, but it adds a lot. Awesome. And then yeah, when we reached again this next part of the song, you can hear this section of the song sounds like a build, right?
You are amazing to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are amazing to me.
It sounds like it's built to something.
You are amazing.
And there we reach a climax. So for me, listening to it just like that now, you can hear it's missing something. It needs a bit more. It needs a bit more to it. So I added some strings and I also added an organ to bring that part out a bit. So this is what they sound like. So as you heard, to create that build, I started off with just single notes and also very soft, like bringing the velocity down, starting off with single notes, and as the build is happening, it's getting louder, and then we start adding some harmony and then going into full-on chords when we reach the climax with the organ to really emphasize that moment. And this is what it sounds like in context with the rest of the song.
You are amazing to me. Yeah, yeah,
So you can hear that build coming.
You are amazing to me.
Climax.
You are amazing to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are amazing to me. Every baton.
And then reaching that moment where everything gets pulled out. And I think in Katie's part of the video, she explained her intention of letting the song die out here. So I think my job was to just emphasize that idea and bring it out a bit more. And I think we achieved that pretty well over here with the strings and the organ. And yeah, that is about all I did on the song. So just to summarize, it was more just suggesting that we have some wider guitars. I then took the piano that Katie did and I rearranged it and edited it to be more of a supporting element instead of a constant element throughout the song. I added some bass and drums just to give the song a bit more body and support. I added these cool little percussive hits on the acoustic guitar just as a layer, an extra melody on the acoustic guitar, and then I also added some strings to really emphasize this moment of climax before going into the ending of the song. And yeah, I think that is about it. And that is then the production of EveryBee. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one.